Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Welcome back, Cap Nation Live. Saturday, game day edition, show number 2. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have everybody back. Reds game getting postponed until tomorrow, so that sucks. That sucks. So our one free play of the day so far getting canceled. Well, one free play that has started or should have started. There is a free play already out in the daily free play video for everybody. That is already out. That was out this morning, or actually late last night, excuse me. But don't worry, rest assured, we're going to try and find some angles in this live show for everybody. That way we can have some good stuff to hammer and pound. So far, the lanes, Isolach, a pick and -0.5. Belarus Soccer, cha-ching. Chelsea lean, loser. Sampdoria, lean, loser. Miami Heat, -143, winner. So, good thing we ain't betting the leans, folks. Good thing we're not betting the leans. Good thing we're betting the plays, because we are undefeated on the day. We are 6-0 on the day. All plays being told. System play, Rakuten Golden Eagles winner in the middle of the night. Premium plays. Let's start with my personal plays. Personal plays 2-0. Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks and the KT Wiz Suwon. Getting the job done. That has us 3-0. And the other 3. Premium plays. Premium plays, premium plays. I told everybody yesterday the bounce backs are sweeter than the losses. We have already assured ourselves a winning day. But it could only, well, I guess it could get worse. We could drop the final 2. But I don't think that's the case. I really love what we put out, not only on my personal plays, but premium plays. And I'm pretty sure we're going to sweep the board. Yamori Giants lane 1.5. You didn't need to take them on the money line. You could have laid the run line like we did at +100. Easy money. LG Twins, winner. Miami Heat, Denver Nuggets, over. When we put out that line, we beat the closing line by a country mile. As we talked about in the live show, that line skyrocketed. When we gave it out, it was at the dip at 210.5. It went up to 211. And then during the live show, that thing shot up like a rocket. So congratulations to all premium play members. We've already assured ourselves a nice winning day. And now the goal is to make it an even bigger winning day. 2 more premium plays to go, so if you're not on them, get on them. The big premium play restart package will get you guaranteed Saturday today for free. Which will be great. That one will definitely, hopefully, will be on its game. Right, Michael? Ryan, what's going on? Lewis, Christopher, Tim, Bookie Killer, Michael, Kyle, Fast Freddy, Chido, Brian S., the other Michael, Shapendi, Kyle, Tom, what's going on? Ready to rock and roll? Thanks to the two douchebags for the thumbs down. We greatly appreciate your presence. I'm sure you guys have nothing better to do in your life than come give us a thumbs down whenever we put out content. Mr. Beeman, what's going on, sir? The monster splash of the day. I love that sound. Great job, Ryan. We were on Seattle as well. Nice one there. So far, a couple hockey games underway. Blackhawks, Oilers. Blackhawks whooping that Oiler rear. They're up 5-2. Game already went over the total. First period over, game over. MLB has kind of stunk on premiums. I wouldn't go as far as saying that. That's for sure. Wouldn't go as far as saying that. They do have their off nights. They do have their off nights. Just like the KBO or anything. Just like anything, you can't win every single day. And for the people that expect it, well, come back down to reality and then talk to me, okay? Patsy Keaton, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Utah Jazz getting smoked. That's why we stayed off of that game. That's why we are as far off of that game as possible. Yeah, we attempted to bet the Reds first 5 minus a half, and unfortunately postponed. But that's all we were on with that game. That's the only thing we were on with that game. Joseph, thank you, sir. Glad to have you back, brother. If you're watching, thanks for jumping back on board. I know it's been a little while since you've been with us, so glad to have you back on board for the Premium Play Restart Package. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I know you're on my personal place, but glad to have you on premiums as well. For everybody, I can't talk this afternoon. For everybody tuning in that doesn't know, the Premium Play Restart Package. We're going to talk about that, then we're going to jump right into the Pelicans-Clippers game. We're kind of going to bounce around. We got 3 more NBA games to break down. We've got a full slate of Major League Baseball. We've got UFC. And, no offense to you guys, but there's not one person in this live chat that is better company or better looking than my wife. No offense. So, actually the door's over there. Soon, I'll be heading back to the house to hang out with the missus and my little one and enjoy the rest of the Saturday. Watch some fights, maybe watch some baseball, probably watch some Doc McStuffins for all my parents out there. Maybe grill up some food, take the family for ice cream because it's only about 147 today. Ryan, I love it. You know, as the t-shirt says, be the captain. Be your own captain. And this captain is steering the ship right on out of this joint and not too long. So we're going to try and bust through it. Now, I forget who it was, but somebody said, oh, you should set up the camera so you can see the board, yada, 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 yada. Now, in the works is actually whatever's on that screen will be overlaid without needing a camera. But not that it's a very good picture, because it does have a blur to it. And actually, oh, it's still online. I'm attempting to connect to it. But it has a little bit of a blur to it. But for the temporary fix, I can cut to that angle. We can do that one. I had a little fun. I played around a little, all right? All right. I played around a little. I am guilty of messing around with the system. We can also go to this one. I'm curious to see if the videos are linked up or if one is delayed versus the other. Might make you guys dizzy. Let me know. Ryan, you went to the Indie Zoo today doing yard work and listening to the Cap Show. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Lewis, they're all linked. Good. Good, 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 good. So I was just screwing around. But eventually that board will not need to be on a camera like this. It'll actually be streamed right over to it, overlaid, and it'll be not at an angle or not anything like that. And it's going to be really cool. I think it was Brian asked about putting the live odds on the screen. I grabbed one of my other MacBook Pros and hooked it up to it. I just couldn't get... It was just, you wouldn't have been able to see it. It's kind of like it is right now, where you would see just a bunch of lines. So I took it back off, but I'm working on that. We're going to make it more interactive and a little more fun and all of that good stuff for you guys. So if you guys ask and it's capable and it's beneficial, by all means, you guys know me. By all means, you guys know me. If there's something that I can do to make the show better, I'm going to. Thank you, Ryan. We're definitely trying to improve. The new studio is a lot of fun. We still have some new improvements to make and all that, but we've definitely dropped the money on it. That's for sure. If you're new to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. All right, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you do not miss a beat on anything that we do. All right, guys, that way you don't miss a beat on anything that we do. Hit that little notification button. That way you get instant notifications as well. We're going to jump right into it. But first, don't forget, if you're new to our channel, if you have an Android device and you haven't already gone to the Google Play Store, download our app. Go type in Cappers Direct, download our app. It's 100% free to download the app, be able to send push notifications for free plays and all of that good stuff. Now, the rumor is if you have the app, there is a free play coming. That will be a push notification in the next day or so. That's not under my control. I don't control that. But that is the rumor, that is coming. So make sure you download it, rate it, write a review. They're going to be picking people at random that write reviews. If you don't like it, don't write a positive review, whatever the case may be. You got suggestions, feel free to email me as well. Yeah, Brian, anybody that had the max fight pick should have access to it already. If you had access to the max fight pick last week, you should have access to it today. Now, FC doesn't control reactivating accounts or anything like that. That is accounting. But if you've purchased it and you had access to it last week, you should have access to it this week. That should have came when they updated it. But I'm just double checking. I'm pulling up your account, Brian. And the problem is we went over this yesterday, Brian. It's there. It's just in your other account. That's why we need to. I haven't had a chance to condense your accounts. So it's in your other one. The username starting with an M ending in a 1. If that gives you any clue to what it could be. But yeah, when today I will have them condense your accounts. And that's why. That's why you're not seeing it. But it's there. Just double check for everybody, or make sure everybody's was. And again, UFC today, it's $29.99 for the entire card. Not only did he win last week's card, he did drop the max fight pick, obviously, last week. We all know that. But he did have a winning card. He did have a near-perfect Bellator that he gave everybody on the UFC for free. And I know you're not going to get it. Damn Siri trying to interrupt us. But if you buy the card this week and you're not already on the max, you will get the max for free. So if you're not on the card and you buy the card and you don't already have access to the max, you will get access to the max fight pick. All for $29.99 today as a nice little promo courtesy of FC. Blackhawks whooping that Oiler rear 6-2. Absolutely taking it to him. Kind of like the Thunder taking it to the Utah Jazz today. 66-42 first half. So, jumping into it. First of all, NHL. Islanders up 1-0 against the Panthers. Our first NHL game that we're actually playing as a company. Now, I posted a ticket. I played the Blackhawks first period over 1.5. Cashed it. I played the game over, I actually got it at 5.5 because I bet it early. I know it went up to 6, but I cashed that sucker at the beginning of the second period. I also bet the Panthers would have a goal, over a half a goal in the first 10 minutes. That one did not cash, unfortunately. That one did not cash. Other than that, the company's first NHL, and if you were on the NHL package, it's been reactivated. If you were on the March Madness package, you had access to the NHL package, so that has been reactivated for you. Our first NHL play is at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. All of our games, with the exception of the 6-0 that we are already, was all early. The rest is late. The rest is all later. So if you're not on premium plays, you can still get on 2. If you're not on my personal plays, you can still get on the big 3 that I have. NHL, you can get on the 3 NHL plays that we have as well. The NHL package, if you're not on it and you want our NHL experts' advice, I don't pick the NHL. I don't have my hand in it, kind of like FC with the UFC. I don't do the NHL. But if you are wanting that, you can get it $50 for the entire playoffs. So, Canadians and Penguins, we don't have, actually we do have a play on that one. And then the Jets and the Flames, which we have a play on. We actually have 3 plays over the last 2. Michael, can anybody update you on the picks, please? there's been nothing given. And if there was, they'd be on the board right there. Which Reds first 5 team total, or first 5 minus a half, excuse me. The lean was the team total. But nothing on the board. There's nothing new on the board yet. Nothing new on the board yet, but we're going to try and put it there, all right? Take a look at the NBA, the very next game on the board. Pelicans, Clippers, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 Pacific. Live odds, which are on our website, cappersdirect.com. Click on the odds tab. It's 100% free to you guys. There's no fee to get real access to real-time live odds. There's no fee. You hear what I'm saying? There's no fee. So, popping up the live odds. I don't know if it's us as a whole or if it's just my browser, but definitely a tad bit on the slow side for me today. So if it's affecting anybody else, I do apologize. The Blackhawks team total, you could actually get them at over 6.5. Assuming they can score another goal. I mean, they've put up 6. What's the likelihood that they put up 7? Or do they even try, is the thing. It's kind of tempting. It definitely is kind of tempting. I'm looking at a live line under the NHL Live on 5 dimes. This is the line. Blackhawks minus 3.5 is minus $1.45. The full game total over 9.5 is minus $1.60. They're at 8 right now, 6-2. End of 2 periods. Oilers are on the power play. They're on the power play for not much. I think 9 more seconds. You can get individual team totals. The Oilers over 3.5 is plus 200. The Blackhawks over 6.5 is minus 165. Ruben, what's going on? Or under 6.5 plus 145. They're at 6 right now. The likelihood that they coast in the third period, they put up 4 in the first, 2 in the second, and they're leading by 4. The likelihood that either Edmonton pops 2 or the Hawks pop 1. I mean, if you take a look at shots versus goals, they played pretty consistent from the first period to the second period, 16 and 16. They've got 6 goals on 32 shots. It's pretty good if you ask me. Almost 1 out of every 5 shots going in. A little over. 5.25. So I am going to play that. I'm going to play it kind of small. Assuming it's still available when I go look at it here again. I am going to take the Blackhawks over 6. Minus 165 for a little 300. Just bet it right now. See if we can't have some fun. I actually really went into the live to see if there was a play on the Calgary game live that would have been beneficial. So I'm popping up Sports Betting Prime. Sorry, not the Calgary game, the Islander game. So I am popping that up because I wanted to see if there was a goal total that might be an attractive bet there. But I'm not seeing any second period action when it comes to the Islanders and the Panthers game. Welcome back, everybody, if you're just joining us. If you're just joining us, we're about to dive into the NBA. I'm just kind of looking to see if there's anything good for us to bet. Obviously, live, they're 2 minutes, 15 seconds in. But I don't see anything... Islanders over 2.5, maybe. They definitely had their chances. Earlier today in the beginning of the first period. And it's off the board. So, what we're going to do. Jump right back into the NBA. We're going to start talking about what we've got going on over there. See if we can't find some angles. I will get you guys on a play that will not be postponed today. Obviously, I can't guarantee the outcome of it, but I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure that we put you guys on a winner. Taking a look at the very next game, you've got the Pelicans and the Clippers. Clippers laying 5 currently. Just about everywhere laying 5. Total opened up at 226. Can you say skyrocket? Can you say skyrocket? Just say it with me. Say it out loud, folks. Skyrocket. This total took off. It's 233 at 5 dimes with the Clippers laying 5. Now, here's the thing with the Clippers. I like the Clippers. Down some key players. Down some really big participants for their team. So when it comes to the Clippers, when they are healthy, I believe they're going to have one of the strongest contending teams to win it all. Aaron, we'll talk about Zion getting his 15 minutes of fame. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. But as far as the Clippers go, I'm not on board them yet. I know, Alex, if you're watching, brother, you're a huge Clippers fan. You've got season tickets. I'm a Southern California boy myself. Although I am more of a Laker fan than I am a Clippers fan. But I take the bias out of it when betting on sports. But I do believe that when the Clippers come back in their hole, they're going to be a very dangerous team. I also believe that what they do over the course of the next game, or next 7 games for them, is more of a warm-up, more of a conditioning, more of a chemistry building experience as a whole, more so than it is let's go out and let's win our remaining 7 bubble games. I do believe they're treating it as a warm-up, a prelude to their playoffs. So, when that happens, it takes away me wanting to bet on them. I honestly think that the Clippers really don't give a shit or give too much of, what happens over the course of the next week and a half, 2 weeks. I think their primary focus is going to be after the seeding is done and they're back, they're healthy, and then I think we get the full effect. Until then, I don't think we get a Clippers team that goes all out. All right? I don't think that we get lights out, balls to the wall. Clippers that we're used to. Anybody know what's going on with the Islanders and Florida game? Game is off the board. They did send a tweet. We're back for the second. Would love to know what's going on with that one. Although I guess it's playing right now. Never mind. Chido says Clippers play it all this year. And Islanders score. There we go. That's why they took it off the board. Rat bastards. I was trying to bet the over 3 or over 2.5. And they took it off the board. Suckers. Leon says, thanks for taking care of the guys who bought your vet package yesterday, class. My pleasure, Leon. I know we're 3-0. I know we had a horrible day yesterday. We're 3-0 today. Trying to do more than just make it up for you guys. Make sure you guys are leaving with that big Cappers Direct experience, which is always a winning experience. So, fingers crossed for the big 5-0 sweep today for everybody. That's my goal. And unfortunately, that should have happened yesterday. And the sad thing is every time we do a donation day for you guys, well, the last one worked. We won on the donation day. However, sports stopped the very next day. So, Scott, you downloaded the app. Another weapon added to the arsenal. Thank you. Make sure you give it a review. Write a review. Rate it. They're going to be drawing people at random that write reviews and rate it for free packages and prizes, merchandise, t-shirts, hats, coffee mugs, stress squeeze footballs that are coming. So a lot of fun stuff to do. But anyways, back to the Clippers. I don't think they're all in yet. They don't need to be. They don't need to be. Just like somebody pointing out that Zion only getting his 15 minutes of fame today again. That's true. But let me tell you this. Towards the very end where it matters the most for him, or towards the playoffs, assuming that they get to where they need to be, and they stay there, Zion will be rested. It's probably, I get there's a couple, we'll talk about something here, about him not playing in at least the final minute of the game when they probably definitely could have used him. That I don't get. But as far as resting him, he's back. It is his first year. He's young, so he should recover well. However, he's their franchise player for the long haul, for the future. Zion is it. So they're taking care of him. They're putting him in there, getting his feet wet, getting him excited, getting him the big game experience, and also making sure he doesn't overdo it, doesn't strain himself. And at the same time, when they really need him most down the stretch, assuming they just don't dunk it all off here shortly, he will be one of the most rested players on that court, on any team that they play. That's a fact. However, when it comes down to like the final minute, and they don't put him in, that I don't necessarily agree with. He's your star. He's your franchise player. He should be in the game for that final minute, 2 minutes, whatever the case may be. Now, if he's not warmed up because he's been sitting on the bench for most of the game, well, fine. You're playing in an empty stadium. Have them run some sprints up the steps. Benny Hills, what's the app? It's the Cappers Direct app. It's on the Google Play Store. It's for Android only right now. So if you have an Android device, go to the Google Play Store, download it. Just type in Cappers Direct, name of our company. It pops up. It's right there. You can't miss it. There's the name of it. And the iOS version will be out shortly. We're just waiting for Apple's second and final approval. So as far as this game goes, I can't side with the Clippers laying 5. Are the Clippers the better team? Yes. If they were all in playing in a playoff game, a must-win situation, absolutely. Clippers is it. Hell, if they were playing with a full deck of cards today, and they were healthy, meaning their key players were back, even then, I would say, all right, Clippers laying 5 or 5.5, cool. Yeah, I like it. But playing, I mean, they gave the Lakers a run for their money and they were down players. Wait until they're healthy. Clippers laying 5, Pelicans catching 5. Must-win situation for the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans keep it close. Clippers probably win the game. They win by 3 or 4. So for that, I do lean Pelicans. And I don't have a pen, I guess. The pen walked off, so worry about that later. So I do lean towards the Pelicans against the Clippers. I think the Clippers get the job done. Obviously, laying 220 on the money line is not something that I'm going to do. I don't have faith in them to lay the 5. I think they coast. So for that, I would take the Pelicans plus the 5. I could be wrong. I've been wrong occasionally. Ruben, the thing is, my theory is just because they lost, they don't need to win today. They're down players. They lost a close game against the Lakers, and they were down some key players. Just wait until the Clippers are healthy. They don't have to win today. They're still in no matter what they do. This is a team-building experience. This is building the chemistry, all while biding the time for players to get healthy and get back to full game speed. But I promise you this, when the actual playoffs come, when the seeding games are done, the Clippers are going to be on a tear. The Clippers are going to be on a tear, and I'm not one to put money on a futures bet. I don't like futures, but with the situation at hand that you have now, it being such a short futures, because I think there's just much better places out there to invest your money than in a 6-month wager. Well, we're not talking a 6-month wager. You're talking a 2.5-month wager to possibly get 3.5 return on your money plus 350. So I lean myself personally, Pelicans today plus the 5. They probably do. I definitely think they get the job done. I think they win. I just don't know if they blow them out or cover the spread. So that's why I just lean on it. I'm not betting on it. As far as the 76ers and the Pacers game goes, that I do have a bet on. The Lakers and the Raptors, I do have a bet on. So we'll talk about those next. We'll move into that one next for you guys. I'd love to see, an update that the Blackhawks got their 7th goal of the game. Is it going to happen? With my luck, probably not. But I did do that little fun money that they score their 7th goal over 6.5 for 300. So hopefully they get it for us. would be great. UFC, guys, couple hours away. Don't miss out. Fight card, max fight pick, the parlay. FC loves what he's putting out today, guys. Loves what he's putting out. Yeah, Tim, I need it to say 7-2. Preferably, the sooner the better. So, again, that board is empty. That board is empty. So my mission is to put something on it for you guys. No, Dustin, I have not myself. But if that's happening to you, brother, I wish you the best. And no matter what happens, I do trust our medical professionals. Somewhat, anyways. They've treated me well. All right, on to the next game, guys. On to the next game. I know you guys will let me know when the Blackhawks score that 7th goal to put some extra money in my pocket for tonight. 76ers, Pacers. Daily free play video. This one's got a play in it. And I actually like this play. I actually really like this play that we put out tonight. And to be honest, it's a premium play strength kind of play. Okay? It didn't make the premium plays. Keep in mind, we already had 5. 2 international in the middle of the night. 3 between the morning and the evening. And this is the daily free play video play that I'm putting out. Simmons healthy. He should roll. He should absolutely roll today. Embiid. This is a young 76ers team that's rested. They're definitely rested, no doubt about it. Now, when we factored in, when we capped the game, we factored it with Adelipo out, just so everybody knows. He was uncertain. He was uncertain when we capped the game. However, regardless of his game time decision because of his knee, I know he was active at shoot-around this morning. LT, what's going on? I do know he was active at shoot-around. I know he's going to be a game time decision. They're trying to keep everybody in suspense. Is he playing? Is he not playing? Is he playing? Whatever the case may be. When we handicapped the game, we handicapped it with him out. We also handicapped it with him playing. And either way, with Victor Adelipo out or in, we came to the same conclusion. All right? So if you want to know exactly what that play is, go watch our daily free play video. It's in there. That is a premium play quality type of play. We just had too many premium plays that were just a little step above it for it to make the roster of plays today. If you know what it is, please don't share it in the chat, obviously. As far as the total on this one goes, pulling up the live odds on it, the total is already moved. The total is 220, or was 226. It's been 233, 232, somewhere in between for quite some time. 5 Dimes has it, believe it or not, it dropped. And 5 Dimes, give me 1 second, I'm logging back into it. They actually have a very attractive line on it. And I would expect it to come down. I think it's overvalued to the point where it's definitely been pushed higher than where it should be. As far as the total being over and under on today's game, 5 Dimes has it over and under 220 and a half. This one went from 214 to 222-ish, I saw it at. It might be coming back down. 5 Dimes, 220 and a half. The Westgate, 220 and a half. DraftKings, 220, as well as the D Casino. Everywhere else, BetDSI, Bovada, Stations, Caesars, the MGM, all 220 and a half alongside the Westgate and 5 Dimes. I did see it a bit higher earlier. But I think there was earlier, meaning earlier in the week. I think if you had bet it earlier in the week and you took the over at 214, 215, 216, 217, I think you're right on track. Now, if you're stuck today looking for a total, I think it's close. I lean towards the over when the line came out last week or earlier in the week. And we handicapped the game with him in or with him out. Same conclusion. With Adalipo in or out. I did just see it come across my screen that he's playing. But as far as the total goes, I think I missed the boat on the over, so I'm staying off of it. I think it's close. We handicap it. We've got a very close game. So, to me, there's no play for me on the total. I know he participated in shoot-around this morning, but I do not know if he's been ruled out yet. The last information that I've seen was not confirmed that he was out. Now, if somebody else is saying he's out, maybe he's out, but I haven't seen it come across my desk. I haven't seen anything updated. I'm on his profile right now in our stats program that generally pops up the newest press releases for him as soon as they're released. And the last one on him was him participating in shoot-around this morning and that him being a game-time decision. So, don't know if he's out completely with a sore neck or not. But if somebody says they've seen it confirmed, well, there you have it. But other than that, I haven't seen it confirmed yet. So as far as the total goes, I'm off of it. I think I missed the boat. I really do. I think I missed the boat on it, so I'll steer clear of that one. I think there's a better avenue for me today in that game. As far as going back to the Clippers and Pelicans, Brian S.'s Fantasy Labs on Twitter, always up to date. That they are. They're usually pretty good. I haven't been on Twitter in a while. I've got the live show up so I can look at the chat as well as a bunch of other windows between everything that I'm running. But I think Scott said Clippers should send a message today. I don't think they're out to send a message. I think they're out to build chemistry and build their team development for the playoffs. They're shorthanded. I think certain players played better today. And yeah, they almost beat the Lakers shorthanded. The Clippers were shorthanded. And they almost beat the Lakers. No doubt about it. And they are going to be a scary team when they're healthy in the playoffs. And I don't think they're out to send a message today, my personal opinion. I really don't. I really don't. I think players are not going to be 100% balls to the wall. But if this was a playoff game, I think it's completely reversed. I think you see that team most people are expecting to come out of the Clippers today. That's. I think they're saving it. I really do. They only got to bounce around for 8 games. Definitely agree with Robert. Pelicans are going to give the Clippers all they can handle today. But I don't think the Clippers are 110% full throttle. Not yet. Not yet. So next one. Next game on the board. The Lakers. The Raptors. This one, I think, will be a good game. This one, again, I think will be a good game. This one, again, LeBron James is going to put the Lakers on his back, and he's going to go up and down the court. He's going to carry the other 4 players, including the entire bench. Davis will kick in some. Davis will be a great help. As far as, the Lakers, here's the thing. If the Clippers lose today, here's the thing. If the Clippers lose to the Pelicans, okay, the Lakers will start the game clinching the number 1 seed. They only need to win today against the Raptors, or they need a Clippers loss. So while I do have this as a premium play, a personal play of mine, and I am going to give this side to you guys as a free play, okay? I do have a little bit of caution about not knowing until game time. Because here's the thing. The Clippers lose. Lakers have the number 1 seed, regardless of the outcome of this game. If the Clippers win and the Lakers win tonight, they still lock up the number 1 seed. LA, baby. You guys know it. I'm born and raised. Southern California, baby. So, the Lakers need the Clippers to lose, or they just need to win tonight, and they lock up the number 1 seed. Nathan, yes. So, 2 scenarios. Clippers win, Clippers lose. Clippers win the game. I think we get the Lakers that we were expecting. All right, we get the Lakers we were expecting. The Lakers that come out, play a very tough game against the Raptors. But in the 4th quarter, LeBron James opens up those piggyback rides and carries the team to victory. Lakers win. I'm happy. My clients are happy. The Lakers clinch up number 1 seed. The other scenario, Clippers lose to the Pelicans, which I don't think will happen. I think the Pelicans, again, which we already went over, I think they give them a run for their money. But I don't think, the heck's on the screen, I think the Pelicans give the Clippers a run for their money. but I don't believe they cover the spread. That's why I leaned Pelicans plus the 5. It's my opinion. It's how I see the game going down. I think they win. I think they cover the money line, but I'm not going to risk minus 220. So let's just say hypothetically the Clippers win. Or excuse me, Clippers lose. Clippers lose outright to the Pelicans. The Lakers already wrapped up the number 1 seed before they ever hit the court. They'll be out there for shoot around and warm-ups, knowing that they've already locked up the number 1 seed. So you have to take that into consideration. Are we going to get the Lakers that would normally play lights out to lock up the number 1 seed when they've already locked it up? I don't think we would. However, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. The Lakers have lost 10 straight games to the Raptors. The last time they beat the Raptors was on November 30th, 2014. Back when Kobe was playing. So there's that aspect. There is that aspect. Tim, we need a Hawks goal. It's not going to happen. I didn't expect it to happen, but I put the money on it, hoping that it would donk it off. Yeah, Sabina Kobe. Good old Kobe, man. The other aspect of the game that you have to consider with the Lakers, if the Clippers lose and the Lakers wrap up the number 1 seed before they ever get on the court for warm-ups, I think we see a Lakers bench get more minutes than normal. And I think we'll see Caruso and Kuzma get more playing time. Avery Bradley, Rondo, they're out of the lineup. So Kuzma and Caruso should get more playing time. If that was the scenario. So that's another scenario that I factored into the equation when I handicapped the game, when I broke down the game myself and decided on what I was going to be playing on. So I don't care what Toronto does. I don't care who they play. If they play the bench, even better. All right? I hope they unload the bench. I hope they unload the bench because I do have a free play. And as I update the line here, just to make sure nothing's changed, because it's continuously came down throughout the day. I had originally planned on taking the Lakers on the money line when they were minus 160. Then it dropped to 145. Now it's at 138. All right, now it's at 138. So, with them at 138, minus 138, I'm still liking it. All right, I'm still liking it. So we'll put it up on the board, free play. Lakers money line. Minus 138. Lakers money line minus 138. Okay? I know there's a glare on that board. Eventually it'll be overlaid perfectly with no camera needed. But until then, we got what we got. All right? We got what we got. But again, not concerned one bit with what Toronto does in this scenario, who plays, who doesn't for Toronto. My concern was the Lakers. But every avenue that I broke it down at, even when I would find a negative, Clippers lose, Lakers lock up the number 1 seed before they even touch a ball in warm-ups. No matter what the case is, the Lakers bench coming in to play more minutes than they normally would. With Kuzma going off like he did the other day, I see a lot of upside in the play. Robert Allen, what's the first free play up there? If you notice, it had a line through it. It was the Reds' first 5 spread. Jalen, we actually have a free play on the 76ers and Pacers game, but it's in our daily free play video. So if you watch our daily free play video, there's a free play in there on the side of that game. But as far as the total goes, I'm off the total. I didn't play the total. Boo, the Oilers get a goal. Maybe they're down 3, they'll pull the net. I doubt it. I doubt it. But anyways, so what we're going to do now, we're going to move over to Major League Baseball. We're going to go through a little bit over there. I'm not going to be able to get everything because of just timing for today. We were already live for over 2 hours this morning. Already live for a while. Over an hour this afternoon. Sabina says Minnesota Twins today to win his money. Somebody popped in, said take Cruz Azul. Thank me later yesterday. It didn't work so swell. I'm just teasing you guys. I don't know who that was. Definitely wasn't me, though. All right, so White Sox, Royals, Astros, Angels, Red Sox, Yankees. There's another one right there. There's another one right there. The Red Sox and the Yankees. As I pop up the line on that game. We did have a play on the Red Sox yesterday. We were completely wrong. Obviously, for everybody that was on donation day, we made it up to everybody today. I know there was a comment, I saw it a little bit ago, and I didn't get a chance to address it, so I'm actually cycling back and up, looking for it. I know somebody came in, oh, it was William. Thank you, William, for those nice comments, and thank you, Kyle, for the info on the Great Leans. Nope, that wasn't the comment. I seen it earlier. I forget who posted about it. About the donation day getting an extra day today. It's just something that we do. We will always take care of our clients. And it doesn't matter if you're on the donation day or if you're one of our regular paying clients, we will always take care of you as if you are our own. Actually, it was Arthur. Thank you, Arthur. Said, Kyle, free premium plays today as a result of a bad day yesterday. Classy and greatly appreciated. Well played. You know, and Leon as well said it was classy as well. Thank you, Michael, for pointing that one out. it's just the way we treat our clients. It's just so I treat you guys the way that I'd want to be treated if I was on your side of the counter. So we're 3-0, hopefully 5-0. Thompson's only company that will do that. Mr. Brian Watson made a comment this morning about the NHL package. The NHL, for everybody that's on the NHL, getting their package restarted. He made a comment that actually stuck out, and I meant to comment on it, I forgot, that said that we're the only company that would reactivate packages. I don't know why. I mean, if you paid for the NHL package, or you got the NHL package for free because of March Madness, yes, March Madness was canceled. Yes, the NHL was canceled indefinitely until they did their restart. But the only decision would be to reactivate your account. It was never even a thought that we should not reactivate it and charge you more. That was never even a thought. That was never even a thought. Make that a little easier for people to see above my fat head. So, see, we should have taken the Oilers over 3.5 at plus 250. With 2 late goals, hot diggity dog. Down by 2, 3 minutes to go. Edmonton pulling their goalie, and I've got a live bet, baby. Definitely a shame to lose, score 4 and lose, but no offense, I'm rooting for the Blackhawks to get that 7th game. So, Red Sox, Yankees, line on it. Yankees laying $1.90 with Tanaka on the mound, going up against Godley. Godley on the road, plus 180. Ryan, we ain't just rooting for the Blackhawks to hold on. We want an empty netter, baby. We want an empty netter. So somebody keep me posted, because I would have that game on, but I'm live with you guys. I'd have it on the big screens back there. Godley on the mound. Yes, the Red Sox got beat up yesterday, 5-1. As far as Zach Godley on the mound, he's a quality pitcher. He's definitely a quality pitcher. Ryan, I want that update as soon as we score, buddy. We need one more. Oh, you're killing me, Tim. You're killing me. 6-4 final? Boo. Boo. As far as Zach Godley goes, yeah, he's been coming out of the bullpen. He hasn't been what he was since early last season, where he was still getting lit up in Arizona. He was still getting 148 to go. My fingers are still crossed. Come on, empty netter, baby. Somebody give me a good update. It's just a fun money bet. So, but I don't even like, I hate losing, even if it's a fun money bet. But as far as Zach Godley goes, he definitely, when he was with Arizona, pitched in a very tough division to pitch in. The NOS is definitely a tough division to pitch in. Going up against the Yankees, which obviously it should be final now. I see 18 seconds left, 6-4, 15 seconds left. Boo, 12 seconds left. It hasn't clicked to 7, 10 seconds left. Chicago not trying to score. They're just dumping it. Yeah, I know, I figured. 8 seconds left. Boo. Probably icing, I would imagine. With 8 seconds left. 7-4! We got it! We got it with 8 seconds left. baby. Robert saying goal at the exact same time as I'm refreshing it. I just gave a touchdown sign because I was just so happy. Actually, I should be pointing. All right, I should be pointing. Drinks on me if you guys could find me tonight, all right? Drinks on me tonight. Cashed every bet that I made on that game. Cashed every bet that I made on that game. 7-4, 11 goals in that game. All right, so back to the Red Sox. Zach Godley. Is this his new beginning with the Red Sox? Fresh start, fresh season. Yada yada yada. Was on the the Tigers in spring training. Bouncing around. I mean, think about it. Where was Godley last year? Right? Toronto, Detroit. Now he's on the Red Sox. Yes, Stafford is now in the coronavirus protocol. He's on the coronavirus IL. Offside, no goal. Boo. 6-4 final. No drinks on me. I retract my offer. You take the goal away with 8 seconds. Really? Scoring play change, video reviewed, overturned. Baloney. There's 8 seconds left. Just give it to me. No ice cream. I had to tell my little one tonight, no ice cream. What would have been nice, and I know it's not the case, maybe they paid me already. Maybe 5 Dimes cashed the ticket. Yeah, they cashed it into a loser. Actually, it's still pending, so maybe the person will be like, oh yeah, it was a 7-4 final, cash it. Tim, no takebacks? All right, they're downgraded to well drinks only, okay? Well drinks only, no top shelf. But anyways, back to Zach Godley. Is this going to be his new beginnings? Hell, spring training, he's with the Tigers. Here he is with the Red Sox. Yankees are hot. Yankees are hot. 5-1. 5-1 for the Yanks. With their only loss coming to the Nationals when they got smoked in Game 2, 9-2. As far as the game on this one goes, I would like to think that Zach Godley comes out and performs exceptionally well. I mean, he did go 4 innings on the 27th against the Mets. He gave up 4 hits, no runs, and he had 7 Ks. As far as this game goes, the total at 10. Now the Yankees, they've been knocking the lights out of pitchers. Godley went 3 innings on them, against them last year on August 8th. Gave up 3 runs on 5 hits. He only had 3 strikeouts. He does have some experience against the Yankees. Not much, being a National League pitcher for most of his career. But he has. Especially being out in Arizona, they don't see the Yankees too often. Next to none, zip zilch. But they got him a little bit last year. As far as this one goes, Tanaka, I like him. Tanaka, he's burned me a lot. Tanaka has definitely burned me a lot. As far as the over goes, put it this way. The bookmakers have the first 5 innings at 6, the game at 10. Kind of confusing when you look at it. They're leading you to believe that the first 5 is going over. The bookmakers are trying to lead you to believe, and it's not just 6, it's over 6 minus $1.15. Tanaka against the Red Sox, not good. However, this is not your ordinary Red Sox team. All right, he got lit up last year, in the beginning of September. 4 runs on 8 hits in 5 innings. He struck out 6. He didn't walk in. He gave up 1 dinger. Back in June, he went 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 6 runs on 4 hits, if you guys remember. This is not the same Boston team. September 2 years ago gave up 5 runs on 8 hits. Robert, they didn't just destroy him last year. They have destroyed him for multiple years. All right? They've destroyed him for multiple years. So, that part, I get. Is it the same Red Sox team? No, but it's never the same Red Sox team from year to year. There's always that minor change. There's always that minor change in each team. So, as far as today goes, as far as the game today, 2 years ago they didn't have JD Martinez. 2 years ago. They did last season, not 2 years ago. But as far as this game goes, my first instinct is Zach Godley will come out and pitch great. Tanaka will be Tanaka. Right there, what I just said. If Tanaka is going to be Tanaka, he's going to get beat the snot out of him by the Red Sox today. I said Tanaka. I didn't say the rest of the Yankees bullpen. I said Tanaka. Zach Godley's first outing was the best that he's done in quite some time. Granted, it was against the Mets. Mets have the capability to hit the ball as well. Unless DeGrom's on the mound, then they usually don't score. So as far as this one goes, which I don't know where my pen is, but I do lean towards the Red Sox in the first 5. Red Sox first 5. They're plus a half. And I could be completely wrong because the Yanks have been on fire. But I think the Red Sox put up enough on Tanaka in the first 5. I wouldn't lay minus 1.5 on the Yankees today, myself personally. Now, if we get vintage Godley and his first start of the year Godley, I think Red Sox are live dogs. But if we get the way the Yanks have been playing, the one-loss Yankees that have been hitting anybody and everybody that comes into their into their ballpark or whose ballpark they go into, and you don't get the exploding Tanaka against the Red Sox, then Yankees are the play. So you have to make a decision. Are you going to get the Yankees that have been playing 5-1 on the year? I think their player personnel come. But are you going to get the Tanaka that implodes when he plays the Red Sox? I think that's more likely as well. So the over 10, I like. The over 10, I like. I lean towards the over 10. But I lean towards the Boston Red Sox first 5 team total, over 2.5, plus 120 to beat up Tanaka. But again, if Tanaka doesn't implode, Red Sox are in trouble. So my only play on this one that I'm more than likely going to bet, Red Sox first 5 over 2.5. Let me grab a pen. I'll be right back. Don't worry, not going too far. All right, we're back. Nice and quick. I want to write this down for you guys. Red Sox team total, first 5 over 2.5. We also had leans earlier on the Pelicans plus 5. Gave you guys the free play that's on the board already. He needs a godlike performance. He does. He's going to need a great performance. Generally, Robert, when somebody, I don't know if you golf, but when you're trying to get that extra 10 yards on your swing, so you put that little extra oomph into it, you usually shank it. So that's my belief on that one. Tanaka come out, try too hard, he's going to hang a floater. And the Red Sox go deep with it. So if it was more than 2.5, I'd probably stay off, but 2.5, and it's plus money. It's not just 2.5, it's plus money, it's plus 120. So not only is that, I will bet it, so we'll make this one a little free play for you guys as well. Okay, I already gave you guys one of my personal plays, so we'll make this a free play because I will actually bet this one myself. Aaron says I get separation anxiety. God, look too far. I ain't going too far. Don't you worry. So we'll put this one up here. We'll put it up on the board. TT is team total. All right. I wish I had an up arrow on this. An up arrow would be kind of cool. And it's plus money. That's what I love about it. We're getting plus money on this play. Okay? There you go. Another official free play for everybody. You can't see the board. I know it's still a little blurry with this view, but there you go. We'll let everybody have a chance to see it. And then we'll move on. But again, I do like this. I am going to bet it. I'm going to bet it substantially, so make that another free play for everybody. Yes, Robert, that, and there's another free play on the 76ers game, but that's in a different video. Moving down the line, just randomly take a look at games. Tampa Bay and Baltimore with Glass now on the mound. For Tampa Bay, I think a Tampa Bay play is a live play. I do lean towards Tampa Bay. I know they're coming off their butt whooping from the Orioles. Obviously, taking them on the money line would be too high today. Minus 245, I do lean. Actually, that was the first half line. Let me pull up the full game. The full game line on it is minus 228, minus 1.5. You're still laying $1.40. I have another pen dying on me. I do lean towards that. Oakland, Seattle. We rode Seattle yesterday, guys, and we rode them hard. All right, we rode them hard. We put them away wet. We cashed that nice ticket on them. Gave it to you guys as an official free play. As far as today's game, I didn't like the over yesterday, and we were correct to stay off of it. We were correct to stay off of it. Kikuchi on the mound. Mike Fryer's on the mound. We have a total in this one. Over 9.5 minus $1.15 trending upwards. Oakland laying $1.45. People taking notice. Money coming in on Seattle. This line was actually higher earlier. Both of these teams have only really beat up the Angels. Okay? Both of these teams have only really beat up the Angels, with the exception of Seattle now beating up Oakland yesterday. Seattle gets to add Oakland beat down from yesterday to their resume. With the exception of that, they have in common wins over the Angels. Fryer's been a great pitcher. He's made some great money. I don't think he has a stellar game today. Both teams have the capability to hit. Both teams have the capability to put up runs. Oakland ran into a jam yesterday. They ran into a pitching matchup that just didn't favor them to be a minus 190 or minus 200. Today I do lean, even though it's not the hitter's ballpark that I'd like it to be in, but Oakland and Seattle, I do lean the over again, or not again, but this time I do lean towards the over. It's not a solid play, not yet anyways. I might turn it into something a little bit later. We'll wait and we'll see. Okay? But as far as that one goes, I do lean towards it. But free official plays right there on the board, and I'll show it. And eventually this will be overlaid onto the screen to where it's not blurry or anything like that. Okay? Eventually it'll be on the screen so it's not blurry for you guys. The NFL breaking news is going to move up their opt-out to Tuesday or Wednesday. All right, folks, I do have to run. Remember, UFC, you can still get on board UFC. You buy the UFC card for $29.99. You get the Max Fight Pick free today. Premium Play Restart Package, $349. You also get Guaranteed Saturday for free, which is a $150 play. So you can get the big Saturday play, absolutely free, included. Personal plays, haven't started yet for North American sports. Eliezer, can we post where to play, not the link? You could post, as long as it's not another sports service website, by all means, but you can't post a link. And if it's a pirated place, I got family in the motion picture, so it's kind of a sore spot. Are my free plays on the app? No, they're in the show. They're in the show. Now, the app might have stuff like that in the near future just for the people in the app. But as far as the free plays, they're always going to be in the videos. They will always be in the videos. All right, guys, we will be live tomorrow, bright and early. We got NHL. When the puck drops with the Coyotes and the Predators at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We have baseball tomorrow at noon. 12:10 Eastern Time, 9:10 Pacific. And the return of the NBA, day number 4 at 2 p.m. Eastern Time with the Wizards and the Nets, Trailblazers and the Celtics, Spurs and the Grizzlies, Kings and the Magic, Bucks and the Rockets tomorrow, marquee matchup. Mavs and the Suns. It's going to be a great day tomorrow. Clippers out to a 12-2 start against the Pelicans. Scott, do I still have my motorhome? I do. I do still have my motorhome. It's actually at the service center. The power fold-down bunk that my daughter sleeps on. The motors needed to be replaced. Hopefully I get it back in the next 2 weeks because I think I need it in 3 weeks when I go to California. Rock crawling 4-wheel drive trip on the radar. The Doozy Urgent Trail. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy those free plays. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, everybody. Let's hammer the books. UFC in a little bit. Guaranteed Saturday has not started. You have plenty of time to get on that. And don't miss out. All right? Do not miss out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Scott says the Predators puck line. All right, guys. We will see you guys first thing tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Take it easy, everybody.